Hello, I recently ordered a Solar A1.7AC. I wanted a 7-string with Evertune and FISHMAN moderns at a decent scale length. I was looking for a 26.5, not a 25.5, so this one fit the bill and it didn't make me go completely broke. I don't know how to even go about opening this. I think what I'm most excited about is the Evertune. It's my first time owning anything with an Evertune. I've played on one before and it was very brief, so I'm excited to dive into it. The only thing I see so far is there's some fretwork stuff right here. Not as clean as the other side by far, but I'm the type of person that literally could not care less. That might matter to some people. To me, it does not at all. So the thing about guitars with Evertune is they typically will send it already set up, and you can kind of see how Evertune holds. And it's pretty close to being perfectly in tune. Plays really well. It feels weird to bend strings and have them not bend with you. But I will be setting it up to where I can bend strings. I really like how low profile it is. It doesn't have any fancy inlays or anything, or anything crazy going on with it. It's just really slick. This one is like a special pre-order for FISHMAN's and Evertune, and that's literally all I was looking for, as well as the scale length. So we'll see how it sounds. We're back for day 2. I spent the night with the guitar and did some setup stuff to it. Got it intonated and tuned up. Only a couple of things that I ran into while working with this guitar. One is that the input jack, for whatever reason, it's really hard to put into this guitar. Don't know if it's my guitar specifically. I've never had that much issue plugging in a guitar, but it works fine. It's just more forced to plug in my guitar than I'm used to. Other thing is because the reverse headstock is so long that these strings ring out a ton. So I did end up putting tape on these strings. I do that on all my guitars, but on this guitar specifically, it's unbearable if you don't tape this. You can hear it clear as day. So if you have a new Solar, check out doing that every single time if you're trying to troubleshoot random noises coming from your guitar. Other things, Evertune is crazy. No matter how hard I was playing, it was staying in tune, and I'm used to guitars from 2013 that go out of tune all the time, so huge help. The strings that came on it were the blacksmith strings. Never played on them before. They died out a little bit quick, but it was shipping from Spain, so I wasn't expecting much from these strings. Beyond that, it sounds great, so I have my setup that I'm going to use to kind of dial in some tones with this thing. I've got a Mesa single rack Solo 50 going into a Mesa oversized 4x12 slant SM57, right where the cone meets the perforation of the speaker. So super basic setup, and then I've got my basic setup of pedals here, which is a drop tune pedal going into a precision drive, and that goes into a swollen pickle. I'm gonna mess around with some drop tuning, see how it sounds, do some octave stuff, really overdriven stuff with the precision drive, and destroy the amp with the swollen pickle and see how this guitar interacts with all 3 of those. So here's the guitar by itself, no pedals or anything, just straight into the amp. Like I said, it's super in tune, so it's been a joy to kind of mess around with it. Let's go ahead and throw in the precision drive and see how it sounds. So I'm in active mode right now, and if you pull the pot, your pickups go into passive mode. We'll check out passive. Back to active. Now, let's throw it in a drop tuning and see how crazy it gets. I'm gonna throw it into drop F sharp. It's in drop A right now, and see how it sounds. I'm actually gonna drop in F. I like to use the Digitech drop pedal for writing purposes. I don't think I'd ever record with it, but it doesn't change the sound as dramatically as I thought it would, like it does on my Schecter. A lot of the pick attack ends up going away. Obviously this is more the pedal than the guitar, but I do like how this guitar handles getting dropped by a drop tune. Let's see if we can destroy it a little bit with some swollen pickle. So a combination I really like to use is all three of these, but with the drop pedal doing the octave below, and you get a super crazy fuzzy tone out of it. So there's that. See if I can dial anything else on the head. So that's just a little tone demonstration of some high gain tones that you can get out of this. Didn't do any pickup switching at all, just stayed on the bridge. Just wanted to show how this thing kind of takes pedals and amps that aren't amp sims, just for something a little bit different in your YouTube feed, but really enjoying it. I think that this Evertune FISHMAN combo is going to do me a lot of good in the studio. Some pros, definitely the Evertune, I'm a huge fan. Definitely the FISHMAN FLUENCEs. The neck is super comfortable to play. I guess some people would call it a faster neck. I am not a lead player by any means, so I don't really care, but it does feel really good to play in general. The body is super comfortable. I don't feel like the guitar digs into me at all anywhere. And it's got a slight cutout where your arm sits, so I wasn't really getting any discomfort at all. It's mostly just getting used to playing with my palm by the Evertune. I actually really dug the strings that it shipped with. I'm recording this a day after playing it for a night, so I still have a little bit of life to them, but maybe it would have been smarter for me to record with them fresh, but it's fine. Locking tuners on the back of the headstock are new for me as well. I've enjoyed much quicker string setup. I had to replace a high E because it snapped, and it was really fast to just throw another one on. Some cons, there is some weird fretwork on one side of the fretboard from the 14th to the 17th-ish, where it's just not as pristine as the rest of it, but everything else is, I mean, fine. I'm a fan of the inlay. I'm a fan of the low profile look. It's got a bit of weight to it. I actually enjoy that, but that mostly comes from the Evertune system being in the body. I think that my only concerns were the fretboard finish and the input jack being a little bit tough to plug into. It freaks me out at first, but I just kind of deal with it. Beyond that, super well built, super low profile. The setup that it shipped with is actually super comfortable. The string height and action is just perfect for me. And it's intonated, so tuning it up was really easy. And clearly it takes amps and pedals well. But just wanted to do a quick high gain tone dialing video with some pedals and show y'all what's going on. My personal opinion is that definitely worth the money. I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully we'll get some good use out of it in the future. That's been my review. Hopefully this helped you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other stuff. I don't know how to end these. Thanks.